Hi, this is Denise Poloquin, your certified design accountant, also your designer CPA. And that's right, I hold a CPA license in the state of Arizona, which means I'm a certified public accountant. I also hold my MBA, and before becoming a designer accountant, I spent a couple of, about 15 years in the corporate world. I also taught MBA classes, finance, budgeting, and things like that you probably might not be aware of. So I know that normally I'm in the background handling your monthly bookkeeping, reconciling your bank accounts, sales tax, helping with various project things that might come up. But I'm excited to let you know that I am now offering deeper dive beyond the bookkeeping with the report package. And let's face it, Studio has some great reports, lots of project management reports, financial statements. But when you look at them, you might feel a little bit like this, right? You aren't quite sure what reports to pull, how to dig those numbers out, and you'd probably rather be selecting fabrics than trying to select which report to look at. That's what my expertise is here to help with too. So when you look at a financial statement, this one here is actually a great profit report. How much money did I make on my projects? It's a great report that Studio has, but maybe this one looks a little bit better. This is where I've already taken those reports. I've already analyzed them, looked at them, taken a look and see which of my projects are really making money. As a designer, your gut has a very good intuition about your profitability, but the gut needs a little bit of help too. You just sometimes you need that deeper dive, and that's what we're here to do. Which of my projects are really making money, both in their gross margin, and what's that markup turning into a gross margin? What does a gross margin even mean? um, Maybe it was a big huge project with a huge fee, but at the end of the day it really didn't add much to your bank account. And also, sometimes, is it worth it? Sometimes a couple smaller projects might be more beneficial when you weigh in both the profit that you make and the stress that you exerted. And in Studio Designer, we have an income statement. Sometimes we call that a profit and loss. Hopefully, it's always profit, but how much? Using the sales code, Studio Designer tells us how much income we made in furniture, accessories, those various categories. And then it separates out the cost of sales. What's cost of sales? Well, that's really the cost of what you sold. And that's how much you paid the vendor for the goods. The income's what you sold it to your client. But what if, instead of looking at it that way, we lined it up this way and looked and said, how much is my furniture making? How much are my accessories making? And kind of just broke it down and looked at it in a little bit easier to read format. And whoops, there's your overhead. What's overhead? Those are those costs, the payroll, the rent, the telephone, marketing cost, and all of those things. And this is how the report looks in Studio. It's a standard financial statement format. If you, well, don't use QuickBooks if you're an interior designer. But anyway, that's what they look like. But here we can see it broken down a little bit differently. We can see, hey, what are my marketing costs in relationship to the money that I'm making on my projects? What percentage of my money that I'm making is going out to payroll, going out to rent? What are controllable expenses, right? Like, do I need to put that ad into Lux? Maybe, maybe not. Do I put Facebook ads out? Are my office supplies expenses being controlled? Oh, am I spending way too much on software, right? I mean, let's face it, all these lovely apps and everything we're using these days, are we really using them? Or are they just costing us money that doesn't benefit us? That's kind of what we call the deep dive. So again, I'm Denise Poloquin, CPA, Certified Design Accountant, and we're offering report packages now. There's a quick questionnaire if you're interested. We're offering this in a couple of different ways. Maybe you'd just like to see those reports. I've already dug in, analyzed, put them together, packaged them for you. and you just want to be able to take a look at them. That's awesome. And maybe you'd like the analysis kind of, one-on-one. Schedule a meeting. Let's talk through those numbers. That's a great option too. But I'm also offering, I guess it would be a hybrid option, is the reports and a video analysis, me talking through them, kind of like I'm doing in this video right now, but sending you that video so that, maybe it's 9 o'clock at night. You had an install all day long. It's a Sunday afternoon. You want to look at it. So you'd like my analysis, but you also don't want one more scheduled meeting. So that would be my hybrid where you get my analysis. I'll talk it through in a video, send that to you. And as always, you can schedule meetings through my appointment app. It's always on my calendar. But this would be something that you can sign up for. So it's a regular, you don't have to ask for it. We deliver it each month or each quarter or semi-annual. I think usually quarterly or semi-annual is frequently enough. Your projects can take 3, 6, 9 months. So monthly works for some designers. It probably doesn't work for most, but some it will. Quarterly or semi-annual, I think, is really some great options. So just fill out the questionnaire and we'll send over a quote package and let you know what the cost of that will be. I am super excited to go beyond the basic bookkeeping and let's dig into the numbers a bit. Let's see what those design projects are turning out to be on your financial reports. Thanks. Have a great day.